And cyber attacks are becoming more common, impacting everyone from major cities and state agencies to small towns and everyday people. Experts say it's no longer a matter of if your information could be exposed, but when. The I-Team's Valerie Bell takes a closer look at how these breaches happen, the real-world impact, and what you can do to protect yourself.
Cyber attacks are happening more often, and experts say no one is immune.
Cyber attacks are no longer rare events. They affect individuals, businesses, schools, hospitals, and government agencies. And the more we rely on technology, the more opportunities cyber criminals have to target our information.
In 2024, a cyber attack disrupted Birmingham city services, temporarily affecting licensing, taxing, and permitting systems. Around that same time, the Alabama State Department of Education also confirmed hackers breached some of its data and disrupted services before staff stopped the attack. When the I-Team recently asked both agencies for updates, Birmingham said systems have long since been restored and security improved, while the State Department of Education declined further comment, citing the sensitive nature of cybersecurity matters. But experts warn these cases are far from isolated. How often does something like this happen?
We see these data breaches almost weekly.
Now, the city of Gardendale is warning some residents their personal information may have been exposed after unauthorized access to part of the city's computer network.
The number one question is this real? And it is real. But it doesn't mean that necessarily anything has happened to you other than they have some of your information.
Letters to residents say compromised files may have included names, social security numbers, and driver's license numbers.
My own mother, got one of these letters.
The breach itself happened in June of 2025, leaving some residents asking why they were only recently notified. So this happened almost a year ago. Why did it take so long for people to be notified that this happened?
Going through all of the teams meetings and the calls and all of the things that have to be investigated, it takes a lot of time to gather that information and then go through it to see who and how they might have been affected. And it's just how much time it took. It was several months.
The city says it has since added stronger cybersecurity protections and is working to prevent something like this from happening again.
We brought in additional resources to beef up our security. There's been a lot of training with our employees, a lot more measures taken to keep our system better prepared for those that want to do the wrong thing.
Affected residents now have access to free identity monitoring services. Mayor Stan Hoagland says everyone should read the instructions carefully. What should people do once they realize that their information may have been compromised?
Well, one, they need to contact the compromising company or city government and see what they're doing and what they're providing. Most companies and even these city governments are providing some kind of credit monitoring services for free to anybody whose data has been breached, and you should take advantage of that as a consumer.
Experts recommend using strong passwords, enabling two-factor authentication, and monitoring your credit regularly, because stolen information may not be used immediately.
It might not be a risk that happens in the first week. It might be a risk that happens 6 months or a year from now. We have to remember these scammers who are taking this data are building a portfolio on each one of us. And so it takes them sometimes years to get enough information to steal your identity. So it may be that they got a little bit from this government hack, they got a little bit from this credit card company, and then they put all that together and now they've got enough to steal your identity. That may take them years, and they're willing to put the time in to do it.
Dr. Sadiq Aaron at Jacksonville State University says criminals are also using artificial intelligence to make scams harder to spot.
AI is a double-edged sword now. It can help cybersecurity professionals detect threads and analyze large amount of data. But criminals can also use AI to write more convincing phishing emails, create fake messages, or automate scams because they may look real.
And as cyber threats continue evolving, experts say staying alert may be one of the strongest defenses people have left.
Most of the time, cyber attacks begin with a human error actually. A person may click a fake link, open a suspicious attachment, or respond to a message that looks legitimate, and cyber criminals often attack people first, not just computers.
Valerie Bell, ABC 3340 IT.